Top of morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the custom card reviews video. So in this custom card review, I'm going over 15 cards. Here, so 12 in this one and 3 in this one. So let's start with 12, shall we? So each one of these, this is the One Piece archetype, named after One Piece. So basically, they all have like One Piece in their name. So let's start things off with the girls. No. One Piece Warbahi Fruit Girl. When this card is a normal summon or special summon, you can take one monster from your opponent's deck or hand or graveyard to be special summoned to your field in attack mode. But their effects are negated until this card leaves the field. So this card's basically the main card thing, and it allows you to take opponent's monster, but its effects are negated, and then if this card is attacks a monster before damage calculations, you can discard one card from both areas, like deck or hand, to destroy all cards from your opponent's field, and then this card attacks 3 times per battle. And this card is unaffected by your opponent's card effects and can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects. If this card is sent to the grave, you can add one horrible fruit spell card from anywhere to your hand. And if this card then this card is added to your hand from your graveyard, and then this card's effects can't not be negated by card effects. So basically, she is like your typical Search Out 1 card. So this one is a equip spell, or actually it was 2 things: equip spell and a ritual card. Let me explain. So if this card is equipped to a monster and it gains this effect for once per turn, this card is unaffected by your opponent's card effects, can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects, and then it gains 100 defense for each draw phase. If this card is sent to the grave while it was equipped to a monster, and the equipped monster is tributed to tribute summon one One Piece horrible fruit doll from your deck or hand or graveyard or abandoned zone to your field and attack mode, and it gains this effect. As it Its effects can't be negated by your opponent's card effects, and it gains 100 attack points for each draw phase. So, like, if your opponent draws, like, because both of you are 2, so it makes 20. I'll say just 20. So if this card is in your graveyard and your opponent declares an attack, you can banish this card from your graveyard to negate that attack and end their turn. So, yeah. So now the One Piece is Horrible Fruit Doll. It's a ritual card. This card must be ritual summoned by the effects of that spell card. If this card is summoned this way, you can special summon one or like her from your deck or hand or graveyard or battlefield to your field in attack mode. If this card, or if you have her on the field, once per turn, your opponent discards 2 cards from their deck to the graveyard, and then this card gains 100 attack points for basically from both players' graveyards. If this card is sent to the grave, you can inflict damage to your opponent's equal to this card's attack points. And then you draw 3 cards. Sorry, I was biting my lip. You can draw, then you draw 3 cards from the top of your deck. So this is basically like this. It goes +1, no, +3 if necessary, because you can summon her first, use her effect, send her to grave, add this spell card to equip it to your opponent's monster, and then it gains, when it's like discard or like destroyed, then this card is brought out, then summons her again. So basically you are getting like taking 2 monsters from your opponent's deck or like anywhere, and taking 2 cards from, discarding 2 cards. So now there's synchro monster, or XYZ monster. So it takes 2 level 4s, spellcasters, and this card is always like treated as her, so yeah. And when she's discarded, or when she is like XYZ summon, you can discard 1 XYZ material, or detach 1 from this card to take 2 monsters. So it's basically a upgraded version to her, to it. And if she attacks, yeah, just detach 1 XYZ material from this card to destroy all cards from your opponent's field and hand to the grave. And then this card's effects can be negated by card effects. And then this card attacks 3 times per battle. But it has a graveyard effect. they all do. But this one, you can special summon, like, her to the field, but her attack points become doubled. Like 15 times 2 equals 30. And then but now the One Piece fan fruit, Captain Chad's. If this card is normal or special summon, you can special summon basically her from the deck or from anywhere to your field in attack mode. And if you do, add one ritual monster from anywhere to your hand once per turn. If this card is used for like anything like ritual, fusion, synchro, XYZ, or link with a monster, and it gains this effect. This card can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects, and this card is unaffected by card effects. And it gains like massive amount from Dara phases. If this card is sent to the grave, you can shuffle one XYZ monster from anywhere to your extra deck. And then this card is sent to the deck from anywhere, then shuffle it, and then you draw 4 cards from the top of your deck. So basically, when he is summons her, takes 2 months or 1 monster, and then One Piece Shark Man. This summons him, and then its attacks are tripled. And then this card is like, so basically it makes like this card have more attack points because it's for each end phase. So basically, if you get the lot of like attack points, like 3,000 per thing, you would probably instant win it. So now XYZ monster, it copies, basically it's trying to say like it's trying to copy the synchro materials. Those effects. And without a cost, so moving on. And One Piece Luffy of Rubber. This card is like special summon or normal summon or special summon. You can special summon One Piece Firefist Ace monster from anywhere to your field in attack mode. And if this card attacks a monster before damage calculations, you can pay 100 life points to destroy all cards from your opponent's field to the grave, but their effects are negated until this card leaves the field. So basically, this card, the one that, like, if this card attacks a monster, you pay a small amount I was trying to go for that one scene where Luffy is trying to attack the ship, but the fist keeps going behind him and hitting the like thunder god thing, and it like, yeah. So if this card is sent to the grave, you can discard one card from your hand or deck or hand to the grave to special summon this card from your graveyard or banish them to your field in attack mode. But its attack points become double attack points for once per turn. So basically, it becomes 3,000. So now let's go over to Firefist Ace. If this card is normal or special summon, you can inflict 100 damage to your opponent's life points for each card from both players' graveyards and mana stones, or once per turn. If this card attacks a monster before damage calculations, you can pay 200 life points to destroy it. Yeah, so to the field, and this card attacks 3 times per battle phase. And if this card this card's effects cannot be negated by card effects, your opponent's one. If this card is sent to the grave, you can add 1 Fire Fruit spell card from anywhere to your hand once per turn. So this one is equipped to Luffy, the monster from Lang. Basically, it's changed from like earth to fire, and gains this like more attacks. And if this card is, you can select 1 monster from your opponent's deck to be special summoned to your field in attack mode, ignoring their summoning conditions, and then their effects are negated. So now, One Piece Firefist Ace Fireball. Oh. So this card is equipped to that, and it gains like per battle. Now, equipped monster. If the equipped monster gets attacked by a monster before damage calculation, you can send this card from anywhere to the grave to negate that attack and end their turn. This card's effects cannot be negated by card effects. If this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard to inflict damage to your opponent's life points for each card from both players' graveyards. And then One Piece Brothers in Arms. And I put Luffy and the Firefist Ace because of Luffy summons him, and both of their effects go off at simultaneously. Or like, so yeah, this card earn 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 it can summon if you have that, and you can activate this effect. If this card is, if you have a enemy on the field, it gains this effect for once per turn. It becomes unaffected by your opponent's card effects, can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects. And then this card is, or then this card gains 100 defense for each card from the graveyard. If this card is in your graveyard, and if your opponent activates a card effect to get if this card is, or if your opponent activates or gets activated, you can banish this card from your graveyard to battle zone to negate that card effect, and then you draw 2 cards from your top of your deck, and then this card is sent to the deck and anywhere, then shuffle it. So basically, some of them are like really broken. Like this one gains like a lot of attack. And now we move on to Soul Eater. So let's start things off with a card that brings it together. Soul Stealer of Darkness. Or Dark World, sorry. When this card is normal or special summon, you can take 1 card from your opponent's deck or graveyard or battle zone or hand to the graveyard. Oh, wait, I meant field. This is a prototype, so there might be some changes. For once per turn, if this card is attacks a monster before damage calculation, you can pay 100 life points to destroy all cards from your opponent's field to the remove from play forever. And then this card attacks 3 times per battle. And if this card attacks your opponent's life points before damage calculations, you can discard all cards from your hand to the deck and shuffle it, and then you automatically win the duel. Or once per duel. If this card is, so this card cannot be negated by card effects. If this card is sent to the grave, you can inflict damage to your opponent, and then it's life points to, and then shuffle this card into the deck from your graveyard or mana zone. But if you win this duel, you can you can turn your opponent's soul into a monster card. You can only use this effect for once per turn. So basically, this is like a Maximilian Pegasus card, because of the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. where he stole Kaiba's soul and turned them into cards. So now it's Ultimate Soul Absorber of Darkness. Hence, this card can only be activated if your opponent activates a card or effect or declares an attack on your monster. You can select one of these effects for once per turn. Negate that effect/attack and end their turn. You can special summon that and them anywhere to your field in the attack mode. And then it gets changed, or like the targeted monster gets changed to this. Or you can draw 7 cards until you have 7 cards in your hand from your deck, and then end your opponent's turn. And the fourth option is actually do all of them together. If this card is if this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard to special summon a soul token. Dark effect, level 4, attack points are equal to your opponent's life points. Defense is 3,000, and if this card if they gets destroyed by battle or by card effect, you gain life points equal to their attacks, and then you can banish all cards from your graveyard to the banish zone to automatically win the duel. And then your opponents must make a custom card of themselves and play with them in your deck. So this card is basically broken. Like this one, and you can special summon it, add 1 card like Kribo or anyone, and in this card earn straight up win. Now the third and final card, and someone in the stream of the duel logs, he's a good guy. He's a great guy. And go check him out. He's in the description. He's a really good guy. He knows what he's talking about. But he gets some giggles from me because because of these custom cards. But the idea that I got this from was from his fans and this thing. So this is the shout outs to whoever was in the stream, our last stream yesterday. The zombie logs. He's a dark level 4 zombie effect monster. When this card is normal or special summon, you can special summon 2 zombie type monsters from your deck or graveyard or hand or mana zone to your field in attack mode. But their attack points become doubled. Their attack points. And as this card is used for anything with a monster, and it gains this effect. So this card attacks 3 times for battle, and this card is unaffected by card effects. Can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects. If this card is sent to the grave, you can add 1 fusion spell card or zombie world spell card from anywhere to your hand, and then shuffle this card into the deck. And then you draw 4 cards from the top of your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect for once per turn, and this card's effects cannot be negated by card effects. So basically it summons itself with 2 of its friends, and if it goes into, like, say, a XYZ monster, or like zombie XYZ monster, it gains that. So yeah, I gave it to like a 0 defense but 1500 attack. So if he uses it on himself once, so like summons him. So basically you have 5 monsters. 4 of them gets doubled the attack points. And yeah, duel logs. This is like, I took your soul and turned it into a zombie logs. So yeah, and I use. So yeah, this card is straight up broken because this one takes, basically, if I use these cards as the like custom card things, like if I use them in the real duel, probably I would have won and fast. So if you like this like soul eater archetype, you can please leave a like, share, subscribe. But if you like the One Piece, hit that little bell and subscribe. And by the way, the duel logs, I challenge you to do the review of this archetype in your opinion. Some of us want to hear what your thoughts on these custom cards things. So yeah, like, if this video gets 1 like, or no, 4 likes on this video, then I'll send them to do the duel logs, and the duel logs has to who do like this, like review all this and these 3. So that would be 15 cards. Just for one video, not a stream. Okay? Or how about the stream? Because it's been a long time since I noticed that you haven't gone do custom cards in, like, in forever. Because I haven't seen them on YouTube, so I'm a YouTube kind of guy, not the Twitch or any other guy. So, yeah. So, if you like this content, then please leave a like, share, subscribe. And when you're down there in the comments, or go on Twitter or like any, and do hashtag the zombie logs in the in the, make everyone super confused. So have a good night or day.